NBA 2k26 drops in about 43 days as the time of recording, and it just dropped a trailer. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
The moments that last forever go beyond what we see on the court.
You are the Finals MVP.
These moments start with the ball, a dream, and a relentless will to win. They're the culmination of every effort put into the game since they first stepped on the court. All of those moments have led to this one. NBA 2k26, ball over everything.
Obviously, that video wasn't much more than just letting us know that 2k26 is coming out, which we already knew, but they have officially dropped each one of their cover athletes. The first one is the original game with Gilgeous-Alexander on the cover. The second edition is the WNBA version with Angel Reese on the cover. The third is the Superstar edition with Carmelo Anthony on the cover. And the last is the Leave No Doubt edition with all three cover athletes on the cover. And of course, the pre-orders are already out before even seeing any bit of gameplay, which is just a stupid tactic by 2K, but it gets people every single year. Here's a chart with all the breakdowns of the pre-order bonuses. Obviously, for just pre-ordering in general, you get 10k VC, but with the Superstar Edition, you get an extra 100k VC, and with the Leave No Doubt version, you get 135,000 VC, which honestly isn't enough to get your player to even like maybe an 80 overall. Of course, you get early access with the Superstar Edition, the Leave No Doubt Edition. You get a season pass for Leave No Doubt. The Superstar Edition gives you My Career content, My Team content, same way as a Leave No Doubt. But again, if you're somebody that is strictly a park, a rec player, an online player that doesn't touch My Team, it doesn't really give you too much. Of course, 2K is giving us our yearly look at our graphics. They're so much better by just pouring a ton of sweat on players. It really doesn't move me. I don't think at this point in time anybody really cares about how 2K looks. It looks like a good game. The player models are good. It's just what it is. But nobody cares about the graphics anymore. 2K gave us a few main points about the biggest sellers for 2K26. Number one being Pro Play Motion Engine 2.0. 2K25's Pro Play laid the groundwork by directly translating real NBA game footage into animations. 2K26 expands the library with thousands more authentic dribble combos, transitions, and contact animations, promising a more fluid and natural feel, which this does pretty hard go against the guys that like an arcade version of the game. It is technically a 2K simulation game, so I can respect the idea of wanting more realistic animations, but at the end of the day, it has to be an enjoyable video game. I think too much realism can kind of hold back on that. Next, they reworked defense and shooting. Steal spams and stiff lateral defense were sore spots for 2K25. Developers are refining lateral quickness, defensive AI help, and shot timing windows to ensure player skill matters more than exploiting mechanics. I mean, yeah, the bump steals and just the steal spams in online game modes was a bit annoying. And it actually, like, I didn't play much Park, Rec, and stuff like that later in the year just because it did get super annoying. But unfortunately, this is one of the things that's been in the games for years, and I don't really trust that it's going to be gone until I see it. Next was the overhauled My Player and build system. There's been some leaked menus and YouTube stuff about, like, you know, there being newer builds this year and a whole new build system, which they do every couple of years. And I think one of the bigger things was that, like, getting animations for bigger players, because there are some taller guards and some wings and some big men in the NBA that have dribble packages that can handle the ball, and in 2K you can't really do that. So I can appreciate it, but again, people are always going to find those meta builds. They also talked about more My Career content, like more cutscenes and stuff like that, which I'm afraid is going to go back to the 2K18 thing of like not being able to skip cutscenes, and that was just annoying. I don't really care. More My Team content, which is cool for those My Team games. I don't really touch My Team. And then also more WNBA content, more all-time teams, which is, I mean, cool. The WNBA's had a huge blow up this past couple years, and it really is fair that they get more content. Obviously, being a 2K content creator, I'm going to get 2K26. Am I excited for it? I mean, as about as excited as you can be for a newer version of your favorite video game coming out. And I can't even say it's my favorite video game, but I do play it. I do enjoy basketball. I really do think 2K25 was a step forward from 2K24. That might be a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I didn't really like 2K24. I think there was definitely some things I could build on. Obviously, it's still a lot of work that's always going to need to be done with these games. I'm excited for it in a general sense, but what do you rate 2K25 on a scale of 1 to 10? And then what do you think they need to improve on for 2K26?